continue. Note that positive and negative character traits are acquired and reinforced solely through the repetition of the type of a conduct that stem from these traits. Repeating these deeds numerous times over an extended period of time. When a person habituates himself to a positive conduct, he will acquire the virtues that motivate it. And when he habituates himself to undesirable conduct, he will acquire these faults. For, as we will explain in chapter 8, at the outset of the person nature, is either virtuous nor faulty. So meaning, okay, it depends on us. But as he matures, he develops habits according to those of his family and those people around him. So, okay. Let's stop here because it's a lot to explain. So let's do it line by line. And many times you see a Rambam, like he puts a lot of information. So maybe sometimes even the half of the line. So let's see. Know that the positive negative character traits are acquired and reinforced solely through the repetition of the types of the conduct that stem from these traits. So characters, people say, no, I have that. That's how I was born. No, it's not how you were born, right? So all the people born natural, they have tendency. It is correct, but this tendency they develop from repetition. So whatever you repeat, like what is your habits? So your habits create your character traits. So if you if you change your acts and you act differently, it is going to affect your character. That's a big secret. I think they charge millions for this, but that's what Rambam said 150 years ago. It's very, very simple, very, very straightforward. So you change your ways, you force yourself, and then it becomes your habit, and then your character is going to change, and it's going to affect everything in your life. That's a secret. It's a big picture, but let's continue. Okay. Repeating these deeds numerous times over the extended period of time. So first time, guess what? You force yourself. Second time, guess what? You force. Third time, it's much easier, and after some time, it's you're not going to even remember. Like it would sound strange to you. Like how would you be? Like why would you behave differently? You understand? And I can testify. I work on many character traits of my own, and I can testify through my students. They work completely like before we start learning together. It was one person, and now like after some time, it depends on the person. Sometimes it's a little faster, sometimes it's a little longer, but people change a lot. Like character traits, like people, and somebody reported to me like 2, 3, 4 months ago. So this person met somebody like from a previous life, if you can say that, and they did not recognize what happened to you. It's like 2 different people, totally different. Very interesting. In a matter of maybe a year or 2 years. When a person habituates himself to a positive conduct, he will acquire the virtues and that motivate it. So, okay, so what does it mean? I'm not sure how I learned it before, but I don't remember how deep the Rambam is going to go into it. But Ramchal in his work on how to develop the character traits, so he would take a character trait and he would develop and say what would prevent person from develop this character trait. For example, alacrity, right? How to be enthusiastic about mitzvot and how to work on yourself, what to stay away from, right? So I think Rambam is only going to give a summary. That's what I think. Okay. But at least a summary. But at least a summary. It's a solid rule book, and we can develop from here. Okay. So one more time, when a person habituates himself to positive conduct, So first you need to know what to change, right? So that's what I did not say. You say, okay, I have this issue with my character traits. So you identify the issue. Then you say what it's supposed to be. So let's say it's all the way to the left. I have to bring all the way to the middle. Right? The middle is good. Okay. So what is it? Middle. I have to learn in a Torah what does it mean to be in this perfect character trait. So and now I need to find out how, like through what exercise, to what action I can bring myself to this medium. Okay. Right. Okay. Continue. And when he habituates himself to undesirable conduct, he will acquire these faults. Like if person does one sin and another and 3 times and 10 times, so this sin becomes a habit. And as our sages explain in a Talmud, it says when I think it's in Brachas. So when person makes one sin, so he feels very bad. It's actually Rambam explained it in Hilchot Teshuvah, right? So very bad. Second time, it's okay. It's not right, but it's not so bad, right? And third time, he already or he or she is going to convince himself that it's actually mitzvot and develop and I hear from people you would not believe they're faulty logic, crazy logic. They created for themselves all of the excuses why they are like that. Instead of working on themselves, they created them excuses themselves. Why? Because of the conducts, because they did not stop. Okay. Continue. For as will be explained in chapter 8, so we're on chapter 4 only. At the outset of the person nature, it's neither virtuous or faulty. So when person come to the world, it's neutral, right? Of course, as we said, everybody have tendencies from previous life because we're all here because we are reincarnation of what we did not finish last time. So we come from with some presets, let's say, and it's not presets, but some tendencies. But it's so it only means that for me it's harder to work on one tendency, one character traits, and for you it's harder to work on another and character traits. And what is difficult for me, it's easy for you, you don't even think about it. But for me, I have to work very hard. That's all it means, right? But it's all neutral. And but what is the problem? How it can get changed? Here we go. But as he matures, he develops habits according to those of his family and those people around him. So our family affect us a lot, right? Especially as children. And some people they say, I don't like my father, I don't like my mother, I don't like a family. But then you see he behaves and speaks and acts exactly as his family. Maybe they can say whatever they want, but in some cases I don't know their fathers and their mothers, and these people are exactly like that. And plus surrounding people. So it's, as we said many times in our classes, so if you want to be holy, you want to be a holy Jew, you have to break many relationships. Not because the people are bad, I don't know what exactly they're doing bad. Nothing. They just watch the TV set. They watch Super Bowl. That's all. So they watch Super Bowl. It means that there is no room for me there. I have to run. You understand? So what okay, we can be civil and we can sit at the same table. Okay, so okay, let's say they want to accommodate you and they order all of the kosher food. Paper plates, everything, everything glad kosher. Okay, food is glad kosher, but a conversation glad kosher, right? A conversation glad kosher, or it's going to be full of lashon hara or empty talk. And people dress that modestly or not. Women behave modestly or not. Even men, forget men and women. So and these people are going to affect us. And you can learn Torah the whole day or the whole week, and then you go to this gathering of the people, right? Because you want it to be nice, you want to be friendly, and all of your holiness from this Torah is going to go down the drain. Right? That's what Rambam is saying. So family, okay, a person grew up, you can separate from the family. You can call them your mother, your father from time to time, and others, but they're going to affect you, whether you like it or not. And usually it's to the bad side.